it takes a real man to, take that leap of faith to put your career and your dreams and aspirations. That's what to me, that's what a man does. That becomes secondary, and you put your family first and have your faith in God, and everything will work out.
Hey, it's Jim Alexander with Real Talker. Fellas, first of all, you guys put me in a dilemma because how do I explain to my mother that you won't be appearing in a Christmas Hallmark movie when you guys are protecting a compound with machine guns? Especially,
Yes. Well, it's like a Christmas movie, but
Uh-huh.
without the
Uh-huh.
frosting,
Yeah,
right?
it's
You know,
it's good. Hey, you know what? I think she could still watch this and she'll still appreciate it.
there you go.
But hey, I mean, if you really, really need it, I did have two Christmas movies come out this year anyway. A Little
okay,
Wings
well,
of Christmas
Okay, yeah,
and
there, yes.
and Christmas Under the Northern Lights, which I
Yeah.
did with Joe Wagner, who's actually now in the Homestead series with us.
Angel's gonna
So,
love that.
so there's a lot of connections there.
there you
Yes.
go. So it's
Yes.
still alive. The
He still
Christmas
has that going.
Christmas is
He's
still a go.
very
Christmas is
much
still on.
alive in the hunky Christmas movie market.
Well,
But at the end of the day, Homestead, same core values. We got faith, we got
mhm.
family.
Yeah,
It's about doing the right thing,
yeah.
giving, receiving. It just doesn't have that, polish, that sweet frosting to it.
No,
Yeah.
it's awesome.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Jesse, you have some protecting to do here of the compound and things going on, that are dangerous situations. I'm curious, what would you guys individually do if you were ever placed in a situation? Something goes off, hopefully not, in LA, and you guys are tasked in a sense. What would you individually do? I'm going to start with you, Bailey. What do you think you would have done?
Yeah, it's an interesting question about who would kind of, fly off the handle first, and I guess it would just depend on the situation. But yeah, I would do my best impersonation of, real life Jeff. It's based on Jeff Kirkham, and he's the real deal. And I would fail to meet his standard. But just do it the best that I could, and I'm certainly a lot more prepared now than I was before I did Homestead. And
Mhm.
first thing I did when I got home from shooting the film was I got some supplies. I was like, I'm gonna be as ready as I can. Yeah.
Okay.
How about you?
Yeah, no, I've been learning the same thing. It's like, okay, I'm actually learning that I got some things that I want to do, and it's not out of fear necessarily. I mean, you can feel that if you want, but really, Homestead is not about fear. It's not about being scared of like end times or this scenario. Really, what it is hope. It's like, well, hey, there's you can make a decision. You can choose how you want to live your life and what you want to do and how you want to lead your family and how you want your community to operate. Just go start working on that right now. So I've been really challenged to make some
Hmm.
changes in my life. I still need a lot more preparation to be ready to.
Yeah, yeah. The guys like that have a mentality where it's, don't be part of the problem, be part of the solution, and
Mhm,
and
Yeah.
you start thinking that way, and things,
mhm.
opens your eyes.
I always wondered, like, are you naturally sort of born a tough guy, or does the situation bring it out of you? So it's kind of interesting, even with these characters, when the situation calls for it, do you like snap into this mode of like protector and, kind of um, putting your own agendas to the side in the sake of others, or is that like a natural born quality? I wonder that. Like, is it a personality thing or it's a situational thing?
Yeah,
Wow,
it's a good question.
I think it's a little bit of both, actually.
Yeah.
We have things, in our DNA. Obviously, it's been passed on generation to generation, and yeah, we're all built a little different, but we have families, we have children, we have wives,
Mhm.
and there's nothing, and I know Jesse well enough, you know, that we wouldn't do. We would do whatever it takes. Um, and I feel like that's pretty common. But yeah, I'm sure there's a few dudes out here who might just, run the other way, take care of themselves. Like, yeah, there's a couple.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, there's a little part of me that always wonders that. Like as Jesse, I'm thinking, man, would I actually, maybe I'm crazy. I think that you're sitting, maybe whatever, you're sitting there watching and something goes down, and you're like, what would I
Yeah.
do? Would I, like, part of me actually going out and we're training for real to play these characters.
Yeah.
Part of me actually, I do take some of that home with me. I'm like, man, no, okay. I think I could handle that actually. Maybe if that happened, and again, you don't know till you're in it. That's
Yeah.
how life works. You can prepare all
Mhm.
you want, but you don't get experience before you do something. You only get experience after you do something. And so
True.
prepare as much as you can, be ready, but still know that you got to go through something to come out the other side of it and learn from it.
Yeah.
But yeah, our mentality, you got to start there, right? But
Yeah,
yeah, I'm
100%.
protect my
That's where it
family.
starts. Inward, and right here.
Yeah, amen.
Jesse, I'll stay with you. Tell me your favorite thing about Bailey that you learned not only on set but
Uh-oh.
off set about this guy that you want to share, good or bad. I mean, you can
Uh-oh.
spread some dirt if you want to.
No, no, I remember this. So we started filming the movie, and quickly, immediately, a couple of us guys ended up on the roof of the hotel, and it was like late. We just finished filming, and we still got together and hung out, and we just sat and talked, man. And we were talking about, marriage and talking about life, and just
Mhm.
and it was really grounded. There was no facade, you know. Bailey was just hanging out, being Bailey,
Hmm.
and I very much appreciate that about
Thank
you.
you.
And
Thank you, bro.
it stuck with me immediately, and it immediately allowed us to just go to work. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
it was like, man, I'm with another brother, I'm with another human being, I'm with another husband. It's like we're here and we're doing it. There was not a distance, and you don't get that with everybody all the time. Like
Hmm.
you just don't. And so it was a real blessing to kind of just get to know you. And I remember going home telling my wife the same thing. I shared it with her. I'm very open with my
Oh, that's
wife. I
great. Yeah.
share everything,
Yeah.
and she knew immediately, right? Like what the truth is about everybody that we're working with. And so
It's awesome.
I
That's a
love
cool
working with
story.
this
That's
guy, and he's
that's a
got so
cool
much
bonding
experience.
thing.
Thank you.
Bailey, you got to return a nice thing
Yeah,
about
yeah, no, no,
this guy
that's
now.
thank you. No, we're a team. We're a unit, on screen, off screen. And it was great. And there were four of us up there on the roof deck that night. We were just getting going, getting to know each other and
Mhm.
um, you know, uh three of us are dads, the other one's, married and, headed in that direction. And just, had candid conversation. And what I love so much about Jesse right out of the gate is his humility, really. He tells you exactly what he thinks, what he feels. He doesn't put any polish on anything. He's been through some stuff. I don't know if you know he's Canadian, and that's a added, hurdle for him to work down here in the U.S. And he listened to the big man, and he made his way down south and drove all around the U.S. And now they're in a beautiful spot in Tennessee. And it takes a real man to take that leap of faith to put your career and your dreams and aspirations. That's what, to me, that's what a man does. That becomes secondary. And you put your family first and have your faith in God, and everything will work out.
Perfectly said, man. I can't follow up with any more
Oh,
questions at
come
this
on,
point.
come on.
This is perfect way to end this conversation. They're,
Thank you,
they're
brother.
wrapping me up any too. Anyway, but hey,
Oh,
fellas, so really appreciate you sharing that. Great job. Like I said, my mom's a fan of your work long time before I'm a fan also, and fan of you as people too, most importantly. So keep on doing the good work, and I hope you guys keep on continuing with this show and more later projects in the future.
thanks so
Thank you
much.
very
Thank
much.
you. Thank you.
Appreciate it, guys. Thanks.